Hello everybody. Today is day 22 of Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches, Series 10. And today we have a lovely sketch by Katy Taylor with lots and lots of layers going on. So in order to do this, well, let's look at what she's got. It looks like she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 or 7 layers. 6 layers going on here. So yeah, looks like a lot of fun and a good way to use up a lot of pattern paper. I have this photo of my husband, his brothers, and his dad when they had a guy weekend that they spent here in Galveston together, and they were out to dinner at this really colorful looking place here. So this made me immediately think of Vicki Boutin's color study collection. And I don't know if all of these papers are color study. I don't remember. Some of them might be Sweet Rush. But what I've pulled out so far is I pulled out the color wheel from Color Study. I love this sheet of paper. I have 2 of them right now. I've already used 1, so in total I've had 3 of this paper. And so I'm excited to use it again today. Love this, and I think it'll look really cool with all of the colors going on in here. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? So I definitely want to use that. The back has this really like bright pinky red color, which I also really love. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any of this because my plan is to use at least half of the color wheel. So we'll see. I might actually get to pull some of this in because I think it goes kind of nice with this red back here. So maybe. We also have this sheet here, which is actually from Sweet Rush. And I was kind of looking at some of these to see if there's anything I could use of those. I don't know for sure if I will or not, but I pulled it just in case because this has 3 photos, but I'm gonna only actually have 1. So I may take a couple of these in there instead. We'll see. But I have that sheet, which has this on the back. I love these big big leaves. I think they're super cool. This is also from Sweet Rush. I also like the background of this a lot too. So this is called On the Horizon, and it's from the Sweet Rush collection. Love both sides, so we will see what we do with that. I have, this is from Color Study. It's called Thumbnail. And I love all of these colors here. I just think they're really cool. And then on the back, we've got some more pink. So we'll see about that one. And then this one, I love like the green scales. I love that, the ombre green scales look. So I definitely want to use that somewhere. And then we have these great big flowers. I love the colors here, but I'm just not thinking it for like a more masculine page here. Not thinking that that is what I'm going to use. I feel like this side more so, but we'll see what I come up with. So I know I'm going to have to figure some things out. So let me go ahead and kind of work through the different layers that I want to do. Oh, and I just finally found this punch. Okay, this EK Success, I think it is, punch. So I think like here, see where she has kind of like this little round bloopy thing? I don't have any way to do that. So I was thinking of doing this along that edge there instead because I love this. So I want to put my new punch to work too. Okay, so let me go ahead and try to figure out what I want where and add more papers if I need to add more papers to this. So I shall be back in just a moment. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've cut all of my pieces. So I decided to use that pink background for the large part, and I decided to cut the circular the color wheel out instead of the little curvy part that she had on the sketch. I decided to just leave the color wheel and use half of that, and then I'm using kind of this, I don't know, geometric shaped pink paper here for like the large looking tag thing down there on the bottom. And I'm just going ahead and scuffing up the edges. I'm just using my scissors. I find that easier when I'm doing like a curved edge to just use my scissors rather than my scuffing tool. Off camera, I went ahead and kind of glued those all together. Now I'm just trimming down the edges of that color wheel so that they're not sticking out the side there. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down. I think y'all get to watch me glue this part because I don't know, I get sort of a little bit of satisfaction out of these great big glue strips. I don't know why, but I just seem to. And I am going ahead and tacking it down to the green sheet. And so like on the green ombre sheet, I'm going to use my little paper tab punch. And I'm going to fast forward through this so you don't have to see me do the whole thing, but I do it all the way up the side. It turned out really cute. I love that punch. I've been looking for it forever and I just could not find it. I finally was able to find it and I am super happy now that I have my little paper tab punch. So I'm going to go ahead and, excuse me there, I hit my camera. It was a little low today, so I had to be careful when I was using my tape gun. I'm going to go ahead and put this all down onto the background. I don't know if you can tell, but around the very edge, I used that, the blue leaves. I used those. And then it's like the sky paper that goes around with like the bigger border right underneath the ombre green paper. All right, so I have all of the layers down. And so now what I'm going to start to work on is matting my photo and getting that in place and then working on some embellishing. The sketch itself really doesn't show any embellishment, so you could be as creative as you wanted to or as simple as you wanted to be with this layout. You really don't need a lot because there are so many layers and so many patterns. At least I chose to do a lot of patterns. I wanted all of these colors and everything because the picture itself is so colorful in the background that I just really thought it would work well with really, really colorful papers. So what I'm doing with this sheet is I am just cutting out that, I think it was a 2x3 card that read "Take Note." And then I found this cool little punch. I think it was at Tuesday Morning, and it has 3 different size of banners. So I decided to try out. This was the first time. I kind of wish I'd realized that it would have been that deep of a banner and I wouldn't have shoved it in so far. I wish it was a little longer, you know, that the banner part wasn't quite so far up there, but that's okay. First time, and I think it looks fine. For the photo, I am going to back it with the same blue leaf paper that I did the very outside, just to kind of bring that color to the forefront as well. But I want to soften it a little bit, so I'm adding a couple of layers of white tissue paper behind my photo. And then I'm going to go ahead and mat it to the blue leaf paper. I like how it turns out. It's really simple. It doesn't take away from all of the colors. It doesn't add any more crazy to the page. And I'm scuffing up the outside of that, as you can see. I left that in because I wanted you to see that I'm doing a pretty rough scuff here. I'm going over areas a couple of times. I'm not just, you know, doing one little swoop down the side. I wanted quite a bit of white to show. I wanted the edges to curl. And so if you do that, you kind of have to push a little hard and do kind of like in little short bursts so that you can get the edges to curl up. That party time, I think I forgot to tell you guys at the beginning that yes, this is Vicki Boutin, but I got all of this stuff in my cherry box. I think it was in June or July this year, and from acherryontop.com, and I got their cherry box, and all of this stuff came as a kit in either their June or July cherry box subscription. So everything I think is Vicki Boutin. I am not quite positive on the title, if that's Vicki Boutin or what that is. I really can't remember, and I don't have it sitting in front of me, so I apologize for that. It might just be American Crafts, but it had like a bunch of party, like, you know, titles and different sayings and stuff on it, different sizes. I just like that that said party time. It looks like they're, you know, having a fun little party there. All of this ephemera is Vicki Boutin from her Sweet Rush collection, and I'm just picking through to find stuff that I like. I have a really hard time staying really simple. You know, y'all know if you've been watching me anytime, I do struggle with making a simple page. So this is probably a lot more decorated than I needed it to be, but I like how it turned out. You know, I mean, we all have to do our own style, and if your style is very simple, I love looking at really simple pages. I just can't do them myself, and when I do one, I struggle when I look at it because I think I need to add more. I really don't need to, but it's just my style. I like there to be a lot of stuff. But if you don't and you like something more simpler, then you go and you do you. Our pages should represent what we like, and when we look at them, we should enjoy them. So you do it however you want. More is more, or less is more, or whatever you like. Here, so I found a couple of ephemera that I added to the top. 2 look like little torn pieces of paper, and then another one looks like a couple of note cards that are put together with a paper clip. Up on the top, I added a tag to my little banner piece. I have a little, it's like a vellum arrow that says happy memories, and the little wordy bit up there that I put says good food, good mood, which I'm pretty sure these guys were. They were out eating dinner, so I think they were in a pretty good mood while they were eating. I'm putting a couple of tickets down on the bottom. I just felt like I wanted to extend it a little bit, and I liked how the tickets look. I tried them up on top and decided I didn't really like that, but I do like them down on the bottom. So I just went off camera and I stuck everything down for good. So now I'm going to go through the sticker sheets that also came with, I don't know if it's Sweet Rush or if it's Color Study. It's one of those because this whole thing came together. And that little sticker I put there has foiling on it and it says good vibes. This is just a little tag up here, or tab, I'm sorry, up on the top, and I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive foam behind it so it sticks up a little bit and I can layer. I like to do different layers with these cards and little pieces of paper and stuff. Some of them I just scuffed up the edges to make them look like layers, but on other things I just put a little bit of foam. I'm adding a little twine to the tag here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put those up on the top just like that. Once I saw that I liked it, I'm going to go ahead and glue it down so that it'll all be in place. Curl up the edge there a little bit, only one side because I know that the tag is going to cover the other side, so I don't need to curl up the second side. But I like to do that anytime I have like flower petals or leaves or even just the ends of banners. I like to just curl them up just a little bit so they stick up off the page. They really do, even in your album, and you look at the pages, you can see that those little ends are curled up a little bit, even when they've gotten flattened just a little from the weight of everything else. I just like to do that. It's another little finishing touch. So the sketch had journaling all around the page. I went ahead and did that. I will fast forward here so you don't have to watch all of it. There we go. I just told the story of how my husband and his brothers and his dad had a weekend getaway together. Half of his family lives up in Michigan. Only one brother lives down in Texas with us. So the 3, his dad and 2 other brothers, flew down from Michigan, and they had a guys' week, and it was a lot of great fun for them. So I was writing about that, where they went. I added that to the tag. I added that they went to Galveston, Texas, and just when they went, and it was just a week or so ago. I'm adding a little word bit that says this is the stuff that matters up there at the top. And then here I am just adding these little it looks like metal circles. It's got that foiling on them that match the good vibes and the happy memories arrow. And so I wanted to add those just to bring that metallic look elsewhere. I'm adding one more little tab here just because I wanted another layer there up above the photo. Like I said, for me, more is more. That's just how I am. And I've got this little circular sticker that says today, and I went ahead and I added it to the edge of the tab. I put a little bit of adhesive foam on one side just so that it would stay even with the tag there. And there you have it. Simple, really print-worthy layout, lots and lots of prints, lots of patterns. But it was pretty simple. It was a pretty simple layout, just lots of layers of paper, and it felt good to use up a lot of that paper. So I hope you guys enjoyed that today. I hope that you'll click on to the hashtag in my description, and that will take you to a bunch of other people's takes on this sketch and many others. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye for now.